The apartment is dimly lit, a small living space with cozy furniture. The clock on the wall ticks slowly. There's a storm outside, and the sound of rain tapping against the windows adds an ominous feeling. Jennifer, late teens, pensive, enters holding a beautifully decorated macaron cake in her hand. She seems happy, but there's something off in her eyes. Her hands shake slightly as she places it down on the table.
I have never tasted anything like this. It's perfect.
He steps back, admiring the cake. The clock ticks louder. Jenny looks at the cake again, her fingers itching to pick it up. She takes a long bite. As soon as it swallows, her eyes fight.
Despite what was like, I Schläger walk. Her heart races. I'm scared.
Cake tasted wrong. She vomited. Bitter, metallic, she spits it out immediately. But it feels like the taste is stuck in her mouth. Her face tenses, and the storm outside mirroring the unease inside her. She stands abruptly, looking around the room. The sound of ticking clock grows louder. Suddenly, the lights flicker. Her heart races. Jenny faces the room, her eyes steady nervously between the flickering lights and the macaron cake. She looks at her phone. It's completely dead, despite being fully charged earlier.
Somehow,
He turns to face the cake, and this time, it looks different. The macarons have seemed to move, shifting into a new shape. The frosting drips slightly. Jenny freezes.
this isn't real, isn't it?
She is now visibly shaking. She stares at the cake, convinced something is wrong. But her rational side tells her it's just her mind playing tricks. She needs to prove it to herself. She grabs a knife, ready to slice the cake. The moment the knife touches the macaron, a loud van comes through the apartment, coming from inside the walls. Suddenly, her phone buzzes, and she picks it up. It's a text from an unknown number. The text: "You shouldn't have eaten the cake." Her breath catches in her throat, her face draining of color.
Who are you?
She quickly backs from the cake, glancing at the door, but it's locked. The storm outside intensifies, and the shadow in the room seems to stretch unnaturally. She turns back to the cake, her eyes welling up with tears. "Why is this happening to me?" she says. Suddenly, the door slams open. She stands up, her hands trembling. She looks at the cake one last time. Tears fell from her eyes. She grabs the knife again, more determined now than ever.
Can't take this anymore. I'm not afraid of you.
Jenny plunges the knife into the macaron cake again, this time with all her strength. As the cake splits in half, there's a bright flash of light. The storm stops instantly, the room returning to complete silence. Looks around, the tension fades, everything is still, the lights return to normal. She stands there, panting, her chest heaving. For a moment, she's unsure if it was all in her head.
I won.